Hello again, this is Sports Betting Whale, Tuesday, April 11th, 2017. Welcome back. I appreciate you listening in on, I want to go over some strategies today on the money management and also what I do personally in these situations and how we rebound quickly and how this all can make sense when right now it probably doesn't make a lot of sense. We didn't hit any round robins yesterday, but you can see on the screen I took them, so I'm always taking them with you. And for the most part, I'm probably taking them for higher amounts than typical in the group. But that's because I've got the ability to do that. If I didn't, I would be taking them for a lot lower amount. Baseball is definitely a season that's very, very predictable for me. I was telling the champ group that even though we're off to a slow start of hitting 4 out of 4s so far in this baseball season, that I almost guarantee, as much as you can guarantee something that's not guaranteeable, I expect that the odds are 99% in our favor that we will have a winning April. I always have. I've had some tough months before, but never in baseball. I've had tough weeks in baseball, but I've never had a losing month, and I don't see that we're going to have a losing month. What's been happening is that we've been hitting 2 in one group and 2 in another group, and I will get the patterns correct. I will get the right groupings together. I will catch the right streaks and right bounce patterns. I always do, and I certainly appreciate the fact that you're hanging in there with me. But as you can see, I'm taking them as well. What I do in these situations is I continue to go forward and I continue to analyze what's happening and why I'm not putting the winning combinations together. I'm always adjusting the model. I'm always adjusting what's happening. But again, baseball right now, you don't have any teams that have gotten off to huge starts. And when you see situations where the teams you think would bounce off a big loss or do poorly after a big win, which is, you'll see that pattern typically evolve over the baseball season. They haven't started to kick in like they normally do, but it will. So back to the money management system. I'm going to answer a question for you right now, and this will all tie in. The question is, I want to hear what you have to say about this horrible run you are having. Baseball is supposed to be your most profitable sport, but so far it is down big. Although my faith in you has suffered a little bit of a setback, I want to let you know that I'm still with you all the way and believe that this can and will turn around. Is this the worst start to baseball season for you? How does this compare to other seasons? If you experienced this before, how long did it last? I'm sure everyone following your plays needs a reassurance at this tough time. By the way, I'm one of those who is able to replenish my bankroll, a bankroll of $25,000 that I can replenish 10 times over, $2,500 by 10, and playing 25 a unit. Given this strategy, do I continue to bet a flat amount, 25 a unit, or scale it down? My first $25,000 has been reduced to $1,000. Do I now bet $10 a unit or just always bet a flat amount of 25? Here's what I suggest for you. It's a great question. And you see what I'm doing. Because of the fact that I don't want to reduce down too much because I know a streak's about to hit at any time, I'm reducing some. I'm not accelerating, but I'm also not going back down to betting, hundreds of dollars on the round robins. So since you're in the first replenishment group of 2,500, I would stick to the percentage of the $25 a unit as you've been. If you get to the point where you have lost 2 of your replenishable bankrolls, which would be $5,000, then at that point I would have you reduce maybe by 50%. Just to make sure that you've got plenty of room to run when we get hot, and that's a key to this. Let's take somebody that doesn't have. I was talking to the champ group about this, and I sure hope everyone has understood this. So I'm gonna go over it again very, very clearly. If somebody's been using the system the way I've been talking about it consistently, if you can't replenish, the numbers that you're seeing on the number of units that we're down at this point is not true when it comes to the money management system. If you had $1,000, you were supposed to break it down. If you can't replenish it, you break it into 5 groups of 200. Of that 200, you're betting the percentage of what you have in that group left. So initially, you start with 200, it's down to 100. You're now betting based on 100. And if you lose again, you're betting based on 80 or 70 or 60 or 50. So the amounts go down. I'm going to let you know when it's time to jump in and replenish from your $1,000 a new fresh 200. Or depending on how many times you can replenish, I'm going to let you know. When we get on a little bit of a streak, I'm going to tell everyone, okay, now's the time to go ahead and replenish back to the normal unit amounts, the normal bet amount, dollar amounts. So if I say to you, you're betting a round robin of 3s and a 4, 3 units away, that's 15% of whatever that current bankroll amount is that day. It's not your $1,000 if you can't replenish. It's a portion of the 200. So as bad as this run was, if you followed the system during the cold streak, we have only asked you to replenish 1 time before, so you should be only in your second grouping of 5 groupings. And when we get hot, I'll say replenish, and we'll go to higher amounts. If you have the ability to continually replenish, then it's the same thing. You would still be betting a smaller amount of the bankroll that you have available before you replenish. I've gone down. I was taking roundies of 5,000. I'm taking roundies of 2,000 or 3,000 or 1,500 somewhere. So I've cut it back by about 50 to 70% of what my normal base amount is, and I'm ready to go back and accelerate to the normal amounts, whatever they'll give me, the second I start seeing the patterns develop and we run into a streak. So I'm really hoping that most of you, even though it's been a bad run, you've been betting lower and lower and lower amounts to the point where you're betting fast food money, basically, for some of you that started with a small amount. I will let you know when it's time to regroup, replenish. It's probably going to be in the next week. And then with any kind of a winning streak, you're actually going to be up off 1 winning streak, because whatever you've lost will recover it and then some very, very quickly. You'll see how fast that happens when we hit the 4 out of 4s. We hit a couple 4 out of 4s and you've replenished. You will be up 5-10 times your original bankroll amount. So again, I apologize for the fact that it hasn't happened yet. These situations do occur. They're pretty rare. Typically, I do win this part of the season on a regular basis, and I'm expecting that that history will repeat itself, and we'll see some big running winning streaks here. You see that today, here you go, got my money where my mouth is again. I've gone down to $2,000 round robins, and I took them on every game that I'm about to release to you. So you'll see that my confidence is always high, and I know what the end result's going to be. I know at the end, everyone's smiling, everyone's happy, and we have a big payday. It'd have been better, it'd been more fun if it would have happened quicker, but as long as it happens, which it will, at the end of the day, as long as you end up way ahead and I end up way ahead, then all smiles, right? So today, we're going to go with a total of 4 round robins. In NBA, 502 Atlanta Hawks, 503 Oklahoma City, 505 Denver, 508 Lakers. Same 4 for the half times, 1502 Atlanta, 1503 Oklahoma City, 1505 Denver, 1508 Lakers, all first half. Those are by 3s, not a 3 and a 4, just by 3s. Look at your email for the amounts on those and also the current numbers. In baseball, 2 round robins. These are 3s and a 4. 952 Marlins, 957 over on Cincinnati, 954 Washington, 967 Baltimore. That's 952 Marlins, 957 over on Cincinnati, 954 Washington, 967 Baltimore. The next group, 3s and a 4, 960 Colorado on the run line, 970 over on Angels, 972 over on Seattle, and 974 Toronto run line. That's 960 Colorado run line, 970 over on Angels, 972 over on Seattle, 974 Toronto run line. Okay, tonight might be the night. I hope so. It'll be soon. You'll be seeing how fast things multiply when we start hitting all four. I look forward to it. I look forward to you seeing how great this system is and how much money you're going to make. And I really appreciate your confidence and faith and hanging in there. Keep the amounts very affordable for you. And we want to be on house money before we get real aggressive. Thank you. Looking forward to celebrating with you soon and talk to you again tomorrow. Going forward, I'll continue to release all of my daily picks to you for free if you text me or subscribe to my mailing list. So make sure to text me or subscribe to my free mailing list so I can continue sending you all of my picks every day. I've made tens of millions of dollars betting on sports over the years, and now I'm finally breaking my secret so that you too can share in my success. All you have to do is either click on the link in the description of this video or send me a text message to my phone number at 702-462-1135. If you're texting me from outside the United States, add the +1, so it's +1 702-462-1135. I will begin texting and emailing you with all of my daily picks whenever they come up. Remember, subscribing to my mailing list is 100% free, no strings attached. And every day that you're not a subscriber to my free mailing list is another day that you may have missed out on one of my devastating winning runs. So be sure to click on the link in the description of this video or send me a text at 702-462-1135, or if you're outside of the United States, +1 702-462-1135 to join my mailing list today, 100% free. And you'll be the first to know when I release my killer picks every single day. Again, 100% free.